Hello, my name is Layla. I'm the wine director at Reid's Fine Foods and Reid's Runaway Gourmet. Hello, this is the second part to our wine and food journey to Tuscany, to be more specific, the town of Maremma, located about 100 kilometers southwest of Siena. Maremma is considered now the Gold Coast of Italy. In our interview with Clara Gentili, she's the owner of Fattoria Le Pupilli, we talked extensively and we had a phenomenal conversation about the different wines that she's producing, the soils that make that region so unique, and of course the hand of the winemaker that even makes extraordinary wines. So I promised Clara, who unfortunately is already crossing the Atlantic, to pair one of her wines with something unique from that area. When I think of Tuscany, I think of lamb, I think of pork. I also think of all the wonderful moments I have spent there and the wonderful meals I have been served. But today, Floyd is preparing not a wild boar, but just a pork chop. The pork chop comes from Denver, North Carolina, from our grateful growers, and is thick, beautifully cut by our butchers, and absolutely delicious. So Floyd, what can you tell me? What makes this pork chop so unique?
I did this pork with a marinade / brine, tea brine with chamomile tea, brown sugar, cinnamon, cardamom, black peppercorns, and crushed red peppers, and smashed garlic as well.
Which brings me to a very short story. When I had the restaurant, we specialized only in Italian food, obviously, but we marinated our pork chops always, or pork tenderloins for that matter, in a brine consisting of the base, it was just tea. Until I met an Italian famous chef, and he said, just for the hell of it, just try using chamomile tea. So the difference is not a whole lot, but chamomile is very aromatic, and therefore kind of permeates the pork in a different way, the pork meat in a different way. So I told this little story to Floyd, and he said, well, let's try it, of course. So was willing to try something different. He added a couple of other ingredients to make it his own. And so here's the brine. And if you just want to show us,
yes,
it's very simple. It's chamomile tea,
the brown sugar, cinnamon, cardamom, smashed garlic, crushed red peppers, black peppercorns, and herbs.
And it's been brined for 48 hours. Don't be afraid. It just adds that extra delicious taste to the pork.
That's right.
So now you're going to pan-sear.
We're going to pan-sear the pork, add in some lovely peppers and onions and olives and capers.
Okay.
Pass me that pork right there.
Of course.
We'll start. You want to get your pan to almost a smoking point.
And here is our pork chop.
And when you pull it out of the brine, you want to pat it dry.
So it doesn't splash all over.
That's right.
One of the secrets.
And salt and pepper.
Add a little bit of salt on both sides, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And then a little bit of black pepper.
A little bit of black pepper.
While he's doing that, I might say that I need to express my eternal gratitude to my friends at Winebow Exports. They are the largest importers of Italian wine in this country. And from Leonardo Locascio, my friend, one of the owners and founder of Winebow, to every single person that works for that company. had made this opportunity available to us when we had the chance to interview 3 famous winemakers or wine owners traveling across the country, making a specific stop in Charlotte to come and see us. I am eternally grateful to all of you. And now,
Thank you.
tell us all about what
we're
we're cooking to pair this wine.
About 4 or 5 minutes on each side.
4 to 5 minutes on each side.
And if you want to speed up the process, you could just throw it in the oven after you turn it. And then you're going to add your capers, your peppers, your olives, green onions, and a little white wine, and finish with smoked salt and olive oil.
The smoked salt, you said?
Yes.
Wow, that adds another flavor to it. And what is the safest temperature for pork to be consumed at?
I like my pork slightly pink. Safe would be 145 and above.
I like it well done, so it'll probably be another, 5 degrees?
You want to go up a couple of more degrees.
Couple of more degrees.
160, you're out of the danger zone.
Right. So now we are basically searing the pork.
That's right.
You want to get that crust.
You want to get
on
a
both
nice
sides.
caramelized coating on it.
And once again, one of the tricks, do not touch it. Do
That's
not
right.
try to move it, turn
Just let
it, or
it go.
anything until it's telling you it comes right off.
That's right. If you want to do
pan.
anything, you adjust your flame. That's it.
That's it. But don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
It's one of the secrets that chef is always telling me. Don't touch the food. So what he has done, I'm going to talk a little bit about Fattoria La Torre and her wines. Once again, Clara was so kind and so informative about the specific region of Tuscany. Maremma, like I said, is just a wonderful place that produces the famous Morellino de Scansano. Morellino de Scansano is Sangiovese, but it is just a very small clone of the grape. It has just a wonderful cherry flavor, unmistakable aroma of Tuscany and that is specific grape. Another important factor is that this is a Reserva, meaning that it has aged longer, and secondly, that it is a DOCG. What that means, when you see that in a bottle of Italian wine, it is expressing basically the highest quality assurance of a wine coming from Italy. DOCG. That is the highest level of quality. So as he turns our pork chop, and you can see, if you tilt that a little, you can see how wonderfully seared that is. Then that goes in the oven, obviously, to finish cooking.
We can go into the oven with this.
And how long does it go in the oven for?
About 4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5 minutes.
And depending on your cut of your chop as well.
Yeah, of course. If it is the thick, it will be thick. But this is what, about an inch? Inch and a quarter?
About an inch.
Inch and a quarter.
Now I would add my peppers and onions and olives.
What kind of olives do you have?
I use black olives.
Black olives. Which, I don't know how about you guys, but I love olives.
You use any kind of olive you want. Cardamom, it doesn't matter.
But since we are in Tuscany, we use black olives.
That's right. And a little white wine.
Be generous.
That's right.
So now it's releasing, the pork is releasing all those wonderful flavors.
Excuse me.
Obviously. And once he does that, I'm going to
put this in the oven for a few.
So, I don't know if you can see it from there, maybe more under the white, you can see how wonderful the color is. Definitely in the red fruit
It's gorgeous.
colors, yeah, it's just gorgeous. The aroma is 100% cherry. I want to say Maresca cherry, which is a cherry that grows in Italy. A lot of herb, and I don't know if it is the cinnamon from here, but I do smell some cinnamon, definitely herbs. That area has wonderful fields of, it's hard to express how beautiful that area is. Silky. The tannins are so well incorporated, it's just unbelievable. The acidity is going to just lift that pork. It is so smooth, so elegant, so very well made. I have Clara. This is unbelievable. It was a pleasure talking with you, and I have learned so much about that area. Is that pork ready?
Pork is ready.
I want to go for that wow moment once again.
Let's do it.
Wow.
Pass me a plate, Layla. Thank you. Oh. Here we go.
For this specific dish, I would like to switch the olive oil to something that has even more of intense flavor. Obviously, we sell all those olive oils here at Reid's, and we use them constantly in different cooking classes and catering and every kind of opportunity that we have to demonstrate the tremendous array of flavors that olive oils can give to a dish. So this one is a little bit more intense. I would say it has a little bit of a spiciness to it, not because any kind of chili or anything has been added to it. It's just the type of the olive itself. So you're gonna drizzle some.
Yes,
over
we're gonna
it.
drizzle
We
a little bit.
already
I have some already
there.
ready to go. There we have it.
We have it.
This is it.
Forget the forks. So, are you gonna try to taste that, or
Yes.
this is just for?
Let's go for it.
I think I would like that one a little bit more because it seems to me like
That's a little bit more well done.
and it has rested. Another thing that we try to do when we serve protein is just let it rest a little for a little while. I can tell you that the olives add a totally different dimension to this. Like the mint on the first dish.
Yeah, we actually had mint in 2 dishes.
But the first one,
the lobster dish just
yeah,
sets it off.
it was all about that. The second one, it was actually the pasta. It was unbelievable. And this one, to me, see, to me, that is perfectly cooked.
That's right. Give it a whirl.
That dish is wow. Now let's see the wine with that. The quality of the pork is sublime also. Perfectly cooked, no question about it. You probably think it's a little overcooked.
It's a little over for me.
For me, it's perfect. The olives, the combination of flavors is extraordinary.
But the flavors are still there. Just from that, I could taste the tea, all the ingredients that were in that tea. It's a wonderful recipe. Thank you.
We did it again. We did it again. The combination is another wow. It's extraordinarily paired. Pork, morellino descansano, a wonderful olive oil, and a great chef.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Layla.
you.